Hi guys, 18dap here and welcome to this video. Before we make a start on it, I just want to make a quick announcement. I've been lucky enough to be selected to play for the third time in the Evestrust Charity Legends football game at the Eco Power Stadium. The event sponsored by the Eco Power Group on the 7th of May 2022 at the Eco Power Stadium. Tickets are available. Contact me on my socials if you want any. Donations will be greatly appreciated. Link to the donation pages in the description down below. And also a big thank you to C&K Decorators for a personal sponsor for me. Great decorators. If you need any decorating work done, please get in touch with them. Links to their socials are in the description down below. It's going to be a good game. Get yourself down there. But for now, let's get on with this video. Hi guys and welcome to the final match day preview for this season. It's the final match day preview for Doncaster Rovers in League One, hopefully not for too long. It is Oxford against Doncaster Rovers. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you for sticking around. If you're new to this channel, please consider clicking subscribe. If you're an Oxford fan, hopefully we will see you again, not next season, but the season after. But if you are new to the channel and this is the first video that you've seen, this is a format that we go through match previews. We look at the previous meetings between the two clubs. We look at the current form in League One for both teams. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to profile. I choose the opponent's one to watch, so my opinion on Oxford's main man. But as I always say, you know your club much better than what I do, so please in the comments down below correct me if you think I'm wrong, or put some names in there who you think Rovers fans should be watching out for this Saturday. And then we round the video off with three predictions. The predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub. Me and the family have a predictions league table, so there's an update on that and somebody has won it, so stick around for that. And then to finish it off, my final score prediction of the season. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. And Doncaster and Oxford have only faced off a total of 23 times in our history. Oxford just edging this with 11 wins out of the 23. Rovers with 6 wins, and we've shared the spoils on 6 occasions. Drill down into the more recent 5 fixtures between the two, and all in League One. We go back to 2019, a 3-0 away defeat, and then in 2020 and 2021 it was two wins for the Rovers, a 1-0 win at home and a 3-2 win at home. And then in 2021 played each other 3 times in 2021, the 3-2 win in February, and then in March it was a 3-0 defeat away from home, and then in December it was a 2-1 defeat at home. So the last 2 games, nothing to shout about. 2 games before it, a couple of wins. It'd be nice to finish off the season with a win and go into next season with a bit of momentum and a bit of hope and positivity going into League 2, but Oxford, a very strong team. It's going to be a tough fixture. On to current form though, it does tell a slightly different story. Rovers coming into this one in slightly better form, with 1 defeat, a win, another defeat, a draw and a win. Oxford on the other hand, 2 defeats, 2 wins and 1 defeat. So we're 1 point better off in our last 5 games. Rovers officially still not relegated. I can't believe we've taken it to the final day. Fleetwood falling to defeat midweek to Sheffield Wednesday. Wednesday jumping back into the playoffs, but that kept Doncaster Rovers alive for 1 more week. And for me, it seems like a bit of an achievement to make it to the final day without going down officially. But a 27 goal swing is needed, and results going our way elsewhere as well. We'd need Wimbledon to lose, Gillingham to lose, Fleetwood to lose, and a 27 goal swing between us and Fleetwood. It's not going to happen, is it? So we are down. But for me, although the goal difference is massive, I don't think it's the hammerings that have been the defining games for our season. I think it's been the points that we've lost from the closer games. The games that come to mind are Plymouth away, 1-0 up, and then 2 penalties. We throw that game away. Accrington Stanley away earlier on in the season. Dahlberg, a nothing shot, he catches it and drops it into the back of his own net. We lose that game. Gillingham, home and away, both poor games that we should have got a point out of each, and we got nothing. The Gillingham one at home, a throw-in in the first minute that bounces in the box and goes in. Morecambe away, 3-0 up and losing 4-3, and that's just to name a few. There's more that I could go into. If we'd got a couple of points from those games, we'd still be very much alive and kicking. But as I said, it's not a great achievement to be relegated on the final day, but back at Christmas we looked dead and buried. So to get it to the final day, is it an achievement? Yeah, we'll go with it. But yeah, a 27 goal swing, so I am fully expecting that not to happen. Oxford, on the other hand, the slim hopes of playoffs were extinguished last weekend at Rotherham with a 2-1 defeat, and if they'd have won that, there'd have still been a slight chance of getting into the playoffs. I think that may have gone though with Sheffield Wednesday's result midweek, but for me the damage was done prior to that, in fairness, with losses against Plymouth, Morecambe and Sunderland, 3 defeats on the bounce before those 2 wins, which kind of reignited the hope of getting into the playoffs, which then was duly snubbed out by Rotherham. But for me, I've mentioned the Rovers' failings and missing out on the points which could have kept us safe. For me, falling short for Oxford this season is only achieving around 10 points in an available 36, I think it is, in against teams in the top 6. And we mentioned it at the start of the season that Oxford could potentially fall down getting results from teams in and around them, and that's been the case again this season. And Oxford just falling short of playoffs, which for me is an underachievement and something that's below expectation at Oxford, I think. I'm not sure if they will bounce back and be up there pushing next season. Only time will tell. Moving on to player profile, for this video I have gone with Cameron John. He's the only player I think that I've not previewed this season. I might be wrong, I might have done him a little earlier on in the season, but I think I've not previewed him or profiled him because he's struggled with injury all season. Something with his back has kept him out, has ruled him out for a big chunk of the season, and he's not featured as much as any of us would have liked. A very good player, and not just on the field, absolute gent off the field, and a great role model. The interactions that I've had with him outside of the ground and with the young kids, it's been fantastic with every interaction that I've had. So I think having somebody like that within the club is important. So for me, he's out of contract in the summer. I'd love to see him offered a new deal, to see him here again next season, not just because of how great he is off of the field, but a very good player on the field too. So hopefully we get to see Cameron John in a Rovers shirt again next season. Moving on to the one to watch for Oxford. It's pretty obvious with this one, but as I say, you know your club much better than what I do, so please, in the comments down below, let me know of anybody else who we should be watching out for on Saturday at 12:30 at the Kassam Stadium. I have gone with Matty Taylor, 32 years old, centre forward, 45 appearances this season, 22 goals and 7 assists. Absolute unreal season from him. I'll probably be there next season. He's getting towards the end of his career. He's still probably got a few good years in him at this level, but he's shown what he's all about with 45 appearances, 22 goals and 7 assists. Definitely the one to watch for any team facing Oxford. Obviously you've got Herbie Kane in the midfield who pulls the strings a little bit, but for me, I've gone with the obvious choice. Matty Taylor is the one to watch on Saturday. Moving on to the predicted team lineup for this fixture. So this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Get prepared for next season. And if you want to see what the app's all about before next season starts and you're in the queue, I do have a golden ticket. There's one use remaining on this. It's 18D-EM6. That'll get you skipping the queue straight into the app so you can see what it's all about before next season starts. And I use it to predict the team lineup more than anything. And for this game, I have gone with Jonathan Mitchell in goal, a back four of Noel, Alowu, Williams and Jackson, a midfield of Clayton, Bostock, who I think have been fantastic this latter part of the season since they've been fit. So for me, no brainer having them in there with Matt Smith alongside them. And then a front three of Odebeku on the right, Martin on the left and Griffiths through the middle. Obviously Odebeku and Martin will drop back into midfield to make it a midfield 5 when we're defending. So that is my final prediction for the lineup this season. Needed to put my teeth in before I started it, but yeah, I think that's a solid starting 11 which may get some points, and hopefully a win on Saturday. Moving on to the Predictions League table, so if you are new to this, we've been doing it all season. This is the third season that we've done it. We predict the scoreline of every single league game. If we get spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game right but not the result, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, we get no points. And you can see that golden arrow. My dad has run away with it with 4 points. He's won the championship. None of us can catch him up. He's a different winner every season so far. I won the first season, Max won the second, Dad won this season, 29 points. I'm in second on 25, can't be caught by Max on 21. But Chris got the scoreline spot on Saturday, so it's pulled him up to 20. So it is literally between Chris and Max for the wooden spoon this year. So there is still something riding on this final prediction. But as ever, we did the trophy presentation. Max handing over the trophy to my dad, and my dad looking very, very happy in receiving that. And my mum says it's going to pride a place on the mantelpiece for this season. Hopefully, Chris might win it next season, so it's been around the full family. But I'm sure Max will be wanting to win it back, and I am also wanting to win it back. So it's going to be tight and cagey again next season. And that takes me on to my score prediction for this one. As I said earlier in the video, I think it's going to be a tough game against Oxford. It's a bit of a dead rubber, to be fair. Neither of us anything to play for. But Oxford will be wanting to finish strong. Rovers will also want to finish strong and take a bit of positivity into our League 2 campaign next season. But my head says that we're going to end on a defeat, but my heart says we're going to do it. We're going to stay up. We're going to win 27-0. All the results are going to go our way, and we're going to be in League 1 next season. So I'm going with heart. I normally go with head. Heart all the way for this last one. Rovers 27, Oxford 0. And that's where I'm going to leave this video. I hope you've enjoyed the content that I brought you this season. I will be back next season. There'll be a season review coming up. There's a few other little bits and pieces that I've got planned as well. So please stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stick a like on this video if you've enjoyed it. Comments in the section down below. Let me know that you've watched it. As I say, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great summer, and I'll see you in the next one.